All right, this is going to be Walk Away by the James Gang. We're going to start out with this little intro. We got. Okay, so what's going on there is we have two chicks, so muted percussive hits kind of. So we got, this is a D flat major, 4 6 6 6, the middle strings there. We're going to be going to an A flat major, basically the four top strings, 4 6 6 and 5. So we got, so our first thing is chicka, D flat, A flat. So 1 2 3. Okay, so it gets a little tricky after that. So we got. Okay, so we'll walk you through that. So once again, at the beginning, we got chicka, D flat, A flat. So we have 3 hits on that. So we got. Then we have another chicka, D flat. Now this is kind of like a second hit, but it has 4 kind of percussive scratches to get you into one last. We're gonna have chicka-chang, chicka-chang. So we got. Okay, that gets us into part A, which is like the main rhythm for verses and stuff, and the solo as well. So this is part A is gonna be. Okay, so the first time you do that, there's kind of a fill you can kind of. So when you're playing off that chord, you can slide into one of those major thirds, slide 6 to 8 on the A string, one of those types of things. So you got. Okay, and then we have like 7 times of that thing. So after you've done the 7, the 8th one is going to go and have a stop. And then we get into the chorus, which is. So let's look at that. We got an F power chord, 8 10 10 here. We're going to go chord and then chicka chicka. So chicka 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 chicka. So it's. And then same thing coming from here. And then. And this song has a lot of that where you're playing your power chord, but you're playing the extra bass note as well. It makes it sound really fat. Now we have part E, which is the kind of stops on the hook chords. So you got. Okay, so that got into part F. So part E is going to be, we're going to have, and that's going to be a B flat minor, but we're having that extra bass note, so it ends up being 1 1 3 3 2 1. So we had a chick chick and then that chord, and then we have chick chick into the B chord, B major, 2 2 4 4 4. Back to that one. And then we have a little pickup note. So a little bit of that D flat real quick. Into part F, which is. And that one kind of has a one of those little things there too. So. And now we're back into a part A for another verse. We got. 7 times of that, and on that 8th you're going to hit that little stops thing. Then we have back to part B, which is like the chorus. This part again. Then we got that part F. We got. And then we're back to a solo. We got that same rhythm for part A. We got. Same stuff. Like I said, 7 of those, and on the 8th you got. And then you got that seems to me, and that's our little chorus thing. We got. Back to part F. Now we have another verse, so we have another. Seems to me. This time we're going to do this 5 times. Do it again. Okay, and it basically fades out on that. So once again, I'll kind of run you through the rhythms on this. We got. Like we said, got some stops. Seems to me. So that's basically all your rhythms. Now let's look at some leads. So in the beginning of the song, there's a little short, little fill kind of a lead. We got. So that's a hammer on 11 to 13 on the G. Then we're going to bend the 15 on the G. Bend the 15 up, have the pinky hit the 16 on the 2nd string. 4 of those, and then bend that one back down and go to the 13. So we got. Okay, and then after that first verse line, we got like a. So we're bending the 6 on the G. We got like 3 staccato hits while it's bent, and then we bend it down. And then hit the 6 again. 4 to 5 hammer. 4 and a little 6 bend on the little string there. So we got. Okay, then later there's a fill like in between a verse. It's like. So we got a little half step bend on the 10. And then we're going to go 2 more hits on the 10. And then bend an 11. 11, 10. 9 to 9, jumping strings there. And then we got one that goes. So bend the 3, hit the 4 underneath it. Hit those 1s. That's part of your A flat chord there. All right, so we got. So here goes the full solo. Okay, so we got sliding into the 10 on the D string, 8, 10 on the G, first finger bend on that 8th fret G. Do it twice. And this time, half step bend on that 10, and then we're going to do a half step bend on the 10 on the D. Come down to that 9 on the 2nd string, and then we have, you can either do a half step there again, or just hit that 11, and then we have double stops. And So that's 10 on the D string with 9 on the B string. And then 11s, 12s, and 13s. And then there's a bendy riff that's like bending the 3 on the G string. So you're bending up, hitting the little 4, and then doing the little 1 after that. Back to the 3, 1 to 3, and then 4 on the second string. So we got. Great Joe Walsh riff, right? And then you got a. So hammer 1 to 3 on the D, same on the G, bend this, got the 4 down there, 3 comes down, goes to the 1. Okay, so review the solo here. Okay, then later we have a little fill. So we're bending the 18 and hitting it a couple more times. And that's similar to a riff we had earlier. We got 15 on the G to the 16 underneath, coming on down to that 13. Okay, then we have another fill. So we're bending the 15 on the G, and then we're going 13, 14, 16 on the B. And then 13, 15 on the G, 15 on the D to 13. And then bend the 16 on the second string. Go to that 13 on the G. Okay, then later there's a fill that comes in for the outro. It's like. So 4 to 6 on the A, 4 on the D and back. Pull off here. Another pull off. And then 7, 4. And then it starts morphing into a slightly different riff. So that's kind of hold that note, da 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 dee da da, and it just repeats that. You can throw that in there every now and again. You could also get like a. You can hear it kind of morphing as it goes, kind of changing around a little bit. So once again, we got. That's one of the riffs, and then. Okay, so we'll go through these riffs one more time. We got. And we got. And we got. And then the solo. And then later we got. And then those final riffs. All right, that was Walk Away by the James Gang, Joe Walsh. That was by request for Murray in Australia. Thanks a lot, Murray. Sorry that took so long. And we shall talk to you all later. There's tabs here at the end. Have fun. Peace out.